What we're here to do today is to focus on the big idea. The big idea is that managing time means organising oneself for efficient and effective outcomes amidst an ever-rising flood of emails, media, communication and meetings that just threaten to overwhelm our ability to get things done. In a world of always-on digital connectedness and constant change, the ability to focus on the important more than the urgent is an increasingly difficult task. So the ability to select what we choose to focus on is a key to ensuring effective and efficient usage of our time. So how are we going to do that? We're going to do it in a number of different components in this very interactive workshop. But the first thing we're going to focus on is to learn what the real problem is. The scholarly data summarises it very clearly. We are interrupted or interrupt ourselves on average every 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Well, let's think about that for a minute. We don't have a minute. Every 2 minutes and 11 seconds, no matter what screen, what email, what conversation, what it is we're doing, we are either going to interrupt ourselves or be interrupted. Here's where the problem gets magnified. 41% of the time, we do not return to the task we were starting or focused on. So nearly 1 in 2 times, we don't go back to what we were doing. So we are always in this state of always being connected and yet never achieving much. Here's more data. On average, we check our smartphones over 150 times a day. Now, if you're like me, when your smartphone is not buzzing after a few minutes, you go to look to see if you've got something going there. It's like a crack addiction. And if it's something has appeared there in an email that, well, I've turned my email alert off. If something is there, I feel satisfied for interrupting myself to check it. And if not, I say, well, why did I have to do that? So what we're going to do in this program is focus partly on the interruptions and how we interrupt ourselves, and learn 9 very useful and very powerful techniques for gaining mastery over our time and defeating information overload. Now, these techniques we'll be able to implement immediately as you leave this workshop. And at the end of this workshop, we'll be focused on ensuring, 1, that you've learnt the tools to be more productive in order to assert mastery over the time you have at work. 2, you save time, the Holy Grail, every meeting, every conversation. Imagine this. You say it once, you say it well, and people walk away going, I'm with you. 3, we increase our confidence in our abilities to master time on an ongoing basis. And lastly, we will learn to exercise greater individual choice to be able to assert ourselves in that framework.